2.
Hey, welcome everybody to the hippest, coolest, jazziest show in town. Get out! Get out! Today's episode is sponsored by Manscaped MeUndies. Oh, PewDiePie was supposed to be on the show today, but due to
he got out.
Scheduling issues, he was unable to make it, but we rescheduled to February 13th.
Wow.
February 12th.
February 12th? 12th. Thank you, Ian. Now, today is going to be a really one of those episodes because I'll tell you what. Keep it going. Keep it going. Because Alfredo has this problem where he makes a diarrhea, he licks it all up, right? Which is just so foul, right? But wait till you hear the second part. Keep it going. Don't fade it out. Where's the sound bites? Get out! So he laps up the diarrhea before bed outside. And then at 4 a.m., he starts puking diarrhea.
Wow!
And so first there was a big, huge puke at the foot of our bed. And I was just going to... Okay, you guys can fade it out now.
I'm not even listening to you.
It's fun, right? I told you.
Say?
I was just talking about how Alfredo puked diarrhea. So first he pukes at the edge of the bed, and it's just immediately, it's brownish, but you know, whatever. It's the stench. It smells like shit. So
it's shit that's been puked out, so it's also vomit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unbelievable. And so he pukes at the foot of the bed. Then I thought that was it. Or usually dogs puke twice. So he puked at the foot of the bed. I took him down, and he puked on the floor. And I thought that was it. But then as I'm cleaning, I'm just repulsed, and I'm cleaning this pile of vomit shit at the foot of the bed. He walks over to my corner of the bed, and where the mattress meets the frame, there's like a tiny little gap, you know, where you tuck the sheet in. And he starts digging there. I'm like, Alfredo, what are you doing? I've never seen him do that. And he throws up in that corner. What you can imagine is just the most treacherous, horrible place you can imagine cleaning. And
our
this
bed
where I
is
put my
just
head.
like trash now. It's like it's got the fabric,
the fabric
back, you know, like the it goes here behind your head and it's
Yeah,
fabric.
fabric.
How do you clean that?
Well, he also got it on the fabric at the foot of the bed, too. It actually came out okay, but I ended up picking... He just kept puking. And then he went in the bathroom, and he was like he was hiding in our closet.
I puked on the rug, too.
He must have puked like 8 times, and they all smelled like diarrhea, bro. But you know when dogs get really sick, they'll like hide? So he was hiding under a bench in the closet, and he was panting, and I don't know, he looked so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I just cleaned this up because our whole room smelled like diarrhea. So I just cleaned this up, and I threw out all the rags, and I opened the window, and then I was just really worried about Alfredo. So,
and then it's like you got to take off the sheets.
yeah, we just ended up putting a blanket down.
3 a.m. I hate that.
It was the worst. I mean, it was the worst. And, well, then I was really worried about Alfredo. So that was 4 a.m. And then I took Alfredo outside just to see what was up. It was funny. I took him outside, and he was, like, on the verge of death, and Shredder was trying to play with him. Shredder was running around the yard full speed at 4 a.m., just, like, lunging at Alfredo. He didn't get it. So I carry Alfredo upstairs, and it was really sweet. He laid down. He was basically against me the whole night. But I was so scared because he was in just such bad shape that I kept checking to see if he was breathing. So I didn't get much sleep. I probably fell asleep at like 5. And then some fuckers who were doing construction on our house came over at 8. I said, they're doing construction right next to our bedroom. I says to the guy in charge, don't let them come till 9:30. And he goes, okay, cool, nobody's coming. And then they come at 8, just do something really minor, wake us up, make a ton of noise, and then they leave.
Yep. And then they're gone for the day.
I was like, why'd you do that?
Why do construction people always have to start so early?
I've always wondered that, Hila. I've always wondered that. Why do they have to start at 8 a.m.? Do they not value sleep? Start at 9 and an hour later.
Yeah.
Start at 10 even, at an hour later. Like, they leave at 3. There's plenty of sunlight.
Right, they leave at 3.
What's up?
9 to 4.
Most people work later than 3. It's not dark at 3. There's no reason for this. It's outrageous.
Oh my God.
But anyway, at like 6 o'clock, I heard Alfredo get up and go drink water finally, which then I knew he was okay, and I was relieved. And this morning, we made him some chicken and rice, which is what they say to feed your dog when he has an upset stomach. And he ate it. He ate it up. He loved it, so he's okay.
Just don't eat your poop.
But I was worried, man. He looked so bad. He was like panting hard and just staring at us with like,
Yeah.
he was all panicked. He was feeling really bad. Poor baby.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of him because he puked on our bed, diarrhea. So I'm putting him back up for adoption. Taking him back to the pound.
Just the day before, Shredder puked on our bed and we changed the sheets. So thank you guys.
You know what I thought as I was cleaning up his diarrhea puke? I was thinking maybe it was Alfredo.
Nah, that was Shredder.
That was Shredder?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell like on their breath who puked.
Oh, man. Is that why his breath's so stinky?
You might
God, he stinks. Shredder's got this special stink, like unique to Shredder, that is just so foul and powerful. But when you smell it, it's like you love it in a weird way because you love your dog.
Weird.
Because you love your dog. And
Or like
only Shredder smells
when I
it.
made Shredder, I think of his smell. Like
His stink.
his stink.
Yeah, he needs a shower, though. He needs a shower.
But we showered them pretty frequently.
A week
Like,
ago, they got their last
Yeah.
shower. Now they're going to get it, or tomorrow they're getting groomed. But man, those guys are little stink bombs, dude. Sleep in our bed and puke diarrhea where I put my head. What a nightmare. Thank you, Wendy Williams. So that's that. So it's going to be one of those shows. We have a lot of interesting topics to get to. Let me just show you some of our incredible topics we're going to talk about. The Grammys, or should I say the Scammies? Kobe Bryant. Tragic. I'm sure everybody's heard this absolutely tragic news. We're going to talk about the My Coronavirus that I've been following. I have like one of the best write-ups I've ever done on the coronavirus. I have so much incredible media here to share with you guys.
You're obsessed with it.
Yes, I'm very scared about it. And I think people are not talking about it and taking it seriously enough. Jay Station has, as I predicted, brought his girlfriend back from the dead and did a Ouija board 3 a.m. I totally called that. We also totally called that he was just doing that to promote his second channel. We have all the answers on Jay Station. Ninja, the Mixer deal. We have the details on that. And so much more, you guys. So much more. It's going to be an incredible ride here today on the H3 podcast. Experience. Can I get a sound effect? Why do I have to do my own sound effects? Experience. How do we get reverb on that?
Since.
We never figured out how
Just
to get
manually
reverb.
doing it for you.
Dan, can you figure it out?
Yeah, why do we never get reverb?
We did get reverb, and I showed you how to do it, and then you didn't want to have to deal with it, and there was a whole thing. We went through a whole thing on this.
No.
Yes, we
Remember
did.
that?
No, you tried to add a button on the Stream Deck, but we couldn't make it
We're
work.
gonna make it happen, and then I said I could set up a little iPad for you, and you could control it that way, and you were like, "Oh, this is too much."
Yeah, it sounds like a pain in the ass. There's got to be an easier way, Dan. You're the wizard.
All
Figure
right,
it out.
I'll
Bad.
I'll take another look at it.
I need to be able to
Just
say
have an iPad.
experience.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay, so last episode, this is actually great. We had a heated debate here on the show about who was Philip DeFranco's top clickbaited YouTubers.
Yeah.
And I said, I think I'm top 5.
Yeah.
I must be top 5. I see my face there all the time.
Now,
And Dan was hating as usual.
I see you. You've already.
Go ahead, Dan. Say your piece.
You've already rewritten history a little bit right there. We were not debating the top YouTubers clickbaited. We were debating the top faces.
Top
across the
faces,
board.
Dan. It doesn't matter. I think I'm still top 4.
Well, you're about to try and bust out some receipts, and I'm telling you, those receipts are irrelevant.
Let the people judge. They're not irrelevant.
They're irrelevant.
That's
Fuck
so.
They
Dan.
only counted.
Why
Okay,
are you hating so much?
I'll let
Why
you-
do you care?
You say your piece.
Is that camera not covering me? The lenses are like touching. It's crazy. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Fuck you, Dan.
Fuck you, Dan.
Dan, why do you care that much that you want to like burst my bubble? Like you're always hating on me.
Because I said you were probably in the top 10, which I still think is
No,
probably
you
true.
even said, talk about rewriting history. You started saying, I didn't even think you're in top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, Ian, if you could be so kind, if you guys would turn your attention to the monitor. Go
you
ahead
said
and,
both. You said both.
We
Dan.
went to the archives.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see it.
What is this? Why are you like...
Whoa, what?
I think I must be one of the most clickbaited faces on the Philip DeFranco show. Which I do take as a compliment.
I don't know.
I feel
Email
like
us.
I got to be in top 10, right? Here I am again. Top 10? Can I have that title?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
Oh, man.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Hila, too.
Dan, I think I'm top 5.
You might be in top 10.
I think I'm top 5.
I'm not going to
You're
give you the
not
top
top 5.
I'm
top 5!
I'm not giving you top 5. You're top 10. I'll give you that.
Okay, all right. Why are you so paranoid, Dan? You had to prepare that clip in secret.
because we were arguing about it yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I'm going into the archives. I'm finding the conversation.
But you, first of all,
Got a good point.
I haven't, first of all, even shown.
I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves here. We haven't even explained.
So Ian, first of all, was hating the whole way through. Elo, you were also hating the whole way through.
But I always hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're coming after me. I was willing to give
Let
you
me
top
open
10.
it. Let me
I
open
was
the
willing
damn
to give
thing.
you top 10.
Let me open the damn thing. Because someone actually did the research. Wow, they got a lot of, what? They got like 6 golds and shit. Silver award, 6 golds. Man, people actually, this girl did the research. She's like, I got nothing to do. She said her name is Miss Jack Rabbit. Thank you to her. Just as Ethan, we should get her on the call to actually settle this because let me read this.
Okay.
Just as Ethan requested, I went through Philip DeFranco's videos and tallied up the YouTubers who appeared in the most thumbnails and made a few rules. On the list, no mainstream celebrities, no politicians, just YouTubers. This would look different if I included people like Donald Trump, Jennifer Lawrence, and none of us care about them.
I care.
After counting everything,
No
I'm
one
happy to announce that H3H3 did, in fact, make the top 5. Here are the statistics. PewDiePie, number 1 at 61 videos. Logan Paul, number 2 at 44. Shane Dawson at 29 videos is number 3. And number 4, H3H3 at 26 videos, 4th place. I edged out even Jake Paul in 5th place at 24 videos.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't think, first of all, she doesn't ever claim that Jennifer Lawrence, why would Jennifer Lawrence be in so many thumbnails? That doesn't even make sense. What is she doing that's so newsworthy? Donald Trump, I can see him being in 5th.
Maybe.
Jennifer Lawrence, how many times could she be in a thumbnail? 5?
Yeah, no, I thought that was weird too. But maybe, I mean, was there a
Maybe
lot
she
of
just
drama
gave
with
an
her a few years
example.
ago? That
The
the
fappening?
happening.
oh,
That was a while ago.
That was
though.
But
Yeah,
we're
but-
talking about the last year.
Okay,
or
but how many
about
times are you going to
the-
put her in a thumbnail, for Christ's sake?
No, I don't think it was just the last year. I think this was the totality of the Philip DeFranco show.
There's no way that Jennifer Lawrence has more clickbait
Wow.
than me.
Yeah, probably not.
Thank you.
But I don't know. But I
You
don't
got a
know. We
clip?
don't
You wanna-
have the data.
You want to pull up a clip?
We don't have the data.
Okay,
Fuck
fine,
you,
but I'm in
Dan.
the top 5. Why are you
We're
trying
in
to
the
take
top
that away
5
from me?
YouTubers. That wasn't the debate the other
Well,
day.
then we need to get the evidence because
Maybe it
Dan is
was.
just being a little punk ass.
I think that you'll be in the top 10 overall. I'm willing to give you that.
I feel like she understood the intention
Yes,
of
she
this.
did.
Well,
Elo, go ahead, Elo. Speak.
I was proven wrong, and I'm impressed
Thank
that
you.
you even passed Jake Paul.
And I was just
Wait.
behind Shane Dawson, if I'm being honest.
I mean, the
That is
last
surprising
time I
about Jake
remember
Paul.
us making videos, Jake Paul was like the clickbait name. You know,
true.
Logan Paul has held on to the title pretty strongly, though.
that's true.
And PewDiePie is far and away number 1, but nobody's surprised by that. But look at me, how I feel so validated. I feel so like relevant. Like I do feel like my ego has been stroked a little bit. Like we haven't made videos in so long. We just sit here doing this dumb podcast, and yet here I am.
How dare you call it dumb
Yet
podcast?
Here I am.
How dare you?
The most talked about figure. Probably because I just say dumb shit all the time and get in trouble. It's just I'm in his show every time I say some stupid shit, and I try to someone tries to cancel me.
Some of them, because we call it, clickbait. A lot of it isn't really clickbait because it is a story about the person in there.
Yeah, we just
but
call
a lot of them
everything
with
clickbait.
you genuinely is clickbait because the only appearance that you have in his whole video will be like, and Ethan said this about this other story, and then he just like moves on.
Yes,
And
thank
you're
you
in
for
the
pointing
thumbnail.
that out because I did notice a lot of people saying, "Well, it's not clickbait." I don't know why they're saying that. And while I agree, and I'm not even using it in a negative term because I
Yeah.
clickbait like fucking mad.
Yes, sir.
On all the time. I do that all the time. I'll be like, Trisha Paytas, 5 minutes in the title. That's just the nature of the game.
It's just where YouTube is headed these days.
Yeah.
You
You want to
gotta
get
go-
those views,
You
baby?
gotta go with the algorithm. And they think they're fighting clickbait. They are creating clickbait.
I know. I love
I don't
that.
know what they're doing, but
Yeah, they're
you
not.
kind of have to clickbait right now.
So true.
Well, I think in their mind, I don't know what clickbait is in their mind. I don't even know what it means anymore. I don't know what it means anymore.
anymore.
It's a really loose term.
Yeah.
But to
People
me,
use it for a lot
I
of
just find it
things.
funny and flattering, frankly, too, that he thinks my name can pull views. I think that's really flattering. He goes, like Dan said, it's like, and Ethan, look at this. And Ethan said that Trisha's a cow. Next story. And then,
Did you see
and then
that-
he puts me in the thumbnail and title. Yes, Dan.
Did you see that Philly replied in that?
Oh
Reddit
yeah,
thread?
yes, I
Yeah.
did. Let's find out. He actually had a great question.
Thanks, Dan.
No, you passed it.
Bro, I fucking hate this new Reddit. I don't use
It's
it.
awful.
I only use old Reddit. Philip DeFranco, he said, "This is impressive. Can you do the math and see who pulls in the best views over average plus highs and lows?"
Love it.
Actually, I am quite curious about that too. But Philly's actually just wants the data so he can improve his clickbait game.
Right.
But I'm glad that he acknowledged the hard work that this person put in. In fact, you guys should see.
We should hire her for more research.
Yeah, what the hell? We got to get a hold of this girl.
Fact checking.
She actually went through the effort
how
of
did you not
downloading.
show this?
I am.
Whoa.
She downloaded
Oh my god.
It's so intense.
every thumbnail and
No.
then ranked them by tier.
She did this for free?
So, yeah, I mean, no, she just, with her free time, reach out to her, Dan. We got to put her on payroll.
Okay.
We've got PewDiePie, Logan, Shane, H3H3.
We
Here I
need
am.
her to, like, every episode, fact check everything Ethan said that
Oh,
episode.
God, what a nightmare. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So here, let's try to guess what we're talking about. YouTube is broken. I don't know. Ethan, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. K-pop. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so this game's not that fun, it turns out. You gotta admit, though, even Ninja's down here.
Wow.
Ninja's got less clickbait power than your boy. Maybe he's just less in the news. Because my dumbass is always saying dumb shit. David Dobrik's below me.
Wow.
Liza Koshy's below me.
All right, I think
James
that
Charles
was
below
enough,
me. Go
Ethan.
ahead. Go ahead, Hila. Take it in. Leafy's still on this? Damn. I guess my title doesn't mean that much if Leafy's still on this list. The dude hasn't made a video in like 3 years.
I think it's time.
It's only in the last year.
No, I think Dan was saying this is over the whole.
No. I think
Yeah, no, this isn't the last year.
Wait, this is all time?
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. This is like,
Oh.
that's why, 61 videos for PewDiePie. That would be insane if he was in 61 in a
Oh,
single
so maybe
day.
I shouldn't be that flattered. Because I guess maybe I used to be more relevant. Now nobody cares about me. I want to know the last year. That's what I'm interested in.
I think even in the last year, you were in a decent amount, but not in the top
Okay,
Okay,
Jack,
so it's all invalid.
we need her to put her on payroll and get her
5. On payroll? Okay.
and get her doing more tier
Wow.
lists.
Okay.
Oh, I got shit. Fuck, I hate when I don't shit in the morning before the podcast. It's the worst. Ugh. I always try to like chug coffee and squeeze it out before I leave because I know this will happen.
Well,
It's so annoying.
I don't want to lecture you right now, but you got to give yourself more time to get ready.
Well, I had a little. I don't know if you listened to the beginning of this podcast.
I have. I was there.
Okay.
Still got a show to run.
We got 9 minutes till break. Can you hold it?
I can hold it for 9 minutes.
Can you squeeze it out in the time of the break? Is the
No.
more important
I need
question.
like 20 minutes to
Yeah,
shit.
that's the problem.
Papa John posted this on his stories. Well, I'll try to hold it, but if I need to, then we're just gonna have to
I kind
make a cut.
Okay.
I kind of want to ask him for cowboy boots advice.
Those look like snakeskin. Those are legit. Papa tweeted or shared this on Instagram. Should I wear these when I go on H3 podcast in a couple of weeks? 97%. It actually went up to 98%. Yes, because I restoried it. But he's such a legend. I'm like, Papa's like my best friend right now.
He's your papa.
He's my father figure. He's my real dad. I'm gonna ask him if he'll adopt me.
Week from Friday.
I'm gonna have
What
to
is
shit.
going on?
I have
I
to
see
shit.
like the Wendy.
Yeah, I was just doing
did
the
that.
Bro, I just proved that Wendy ripped ass. I started hunching over. At least I can talk about it and like acknowledge what's going on. But Wendy is trying to be like,
It's my backbone.
Yeah, your backbone. Okay. It's stinking in there, right? You smell it?
Oh God.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I'm scared.
It's not that bad then. Oh man, you guys got to see this. Dan and Ian. Somebody noticed something really interesting. Submitted it. Dan and Ian turned their heads at the same exact time on the podcast.
Bad one. Shovel it in my mouth, bro.
I'm gonna claim this.
Could you eat it on the spoonful?
Yes, I do. It's so good, bro.
A spoonful of cream cheese?
Yes.
Here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty
There's
good.
no problem.
Would you?
with it.
If I
You
were
have a
to,
food phobia? Not really.
Do you
Just
see
whatever
that?
I like,
How
basically.
spooky is that?
That's so weird.
yeah,
It's like
I mean,
a
I guess.
perfect
Yeah, it's pretty good.
synchronization.
Would you?
Producer
if I were to-
synergy right there.
Not really.
Dude.
Just whatever I like, basically.
Would you? If I
You
were
have a
to,
food phobia? Not really.
Dude,
Just
that is
whatever.
so weird, bro.
Suspicious of Dan and Ian.
if I were to,
Food phobia?
Is that
Not
proof
really.
that you
Just
guys are cyborgs
Yeah.
or lizard people or some shit?
People always say that they think that we're brothers.
Well, I know that's not true.
Yeah. Well, we're also not cyborgs.
I would
so.
say cyborgs above brothers. Well, brothers implies you guys are human.
A lot of people think we're the same person too.
Yeah.
But they don't know we're different.
I'm not sure how to support
How?
that theory.
Ian got greeted as Dan in
Yeah,
public.
I was at the movies and the guy came up and went, "Are you Dan from the H3 podcast?"
How do you make
I guess
that
they casually
mistake?
watch. They're not mega fans. I think I'm gonna hold it in, but I think I got to take a shit on the break.
Okay. It's all right.
I haven't used a wipe in so long, so it'll be interesting.
Are you gonna make
That's
it
gonna be
in
really
time?
interesting.
You're gonna have to make it in time during the break.
I'm not gonna make it in time. They're
You
gonna have to do a
have
cut.
to.
I can't. You think I could shit in 5 minutes? I could try. I'll try. I'll try it.
God.
But I feel like I need to let my asshole breathe in
We
air
could just
a little bit.
we can cut if you
Okay,
need
okay.
to.
Too much information.
Well, you told me. I'm just explaining to you, Hila.
Okay.
You asked me if I can make it in 5 minutes. I don't think you can make it in 5 minutes.
I can make
We're
it
gonna have to do a cut.
5 seconds.
We're gonna have to do a cut. Roll to the break. We'll be back.
Right now?
Yeah. Breaking news. This important PSA is brought to you by Manscaped.com. This is your pubic service announcement. The Manscaped engineering team has spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. Hila's super excited because she knows I got my hands on this thing, and God, Lord knows I need it. Their third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped advanced skin-safe technology. Now, the balls are one problem, but the shaft is actually where I always nick myself. Do you guys find the shaft to be an issue, or is it the balls?
It's all dangerous.
Yeah, it's all bad. I've done it so many times, and I have to tell you, you don't believe that it's possible. You get like PTSD. It's so difficult to manscape, but yeah, I know, it's horrific. And but when you get a hold of this Manscaped, you're gonna understand what it feels like to clean and mow your pubic regions free of anxiety and fear, and to come out looking fresh and beautiful, like a freshly mowed lawn, as they have said. If you've ever used their Lawnmower 2.0, it's an easy transition because the same replacement blade with a new improved skin-safe technology. When I tell you this is premium, I mean premium. I would put nothing less to my balls and shaft. The battery will last up to 90 minutes, and I need all 90 minutes of them to shave. One of the coolest new features is the LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for a closer and more precise trimming. My genitals are a black hole. I need all the light I can get. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology. That's what I do when Hila's sleeping, when I need to take care of myself. Quiet stroke technology. And let's not forget about the charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud because this intelligently designed... that's why I put mine at the front entrance of the house, where I could proudly show everyone that I use it. Intelligently designed stand is a rapid charging dock powered by USB. If you are listening to me speak right now, you are one of the first people to hear about this life-changing product, and I want you to experience firsthand for yourself. Trim that junk of yours. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code H3H3 at manscaped.com. And as always, your balls will thank you. 20% off, free shipping with code H3H3 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code H3H3. Love is in the air. Someone grab the Lysol. Just kidding. Even though this is a made-up holiday, it's still cute. It's also the perfect time to show that special someone how much you care and say those 3 words everybody wants to hear. Sniff my balls. Match my undies. MeUndies has the most adorable Valentine's Day prints to get all lovey-dovey this year. Don't worry, you don't have a boo. MeUndies also makes buddy bands so you can match with your pets, which is honestly more important to people. That's so depressing. I love MeUndies. It's soft. It's incredible. It's unbelievable. I'm a voluptuous young man, and I have curves and needs that most men don't. So if you're voluptuous like me, this is gonna hug your volupts. If you're slender like Hila, then you're gonna be embraced.
Hug.
Exactly. You're gonna be embraced by Micromodal, which is 3 times softer than cotton. It's outrageous. Trust me. MeUndies is the real deal. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. To show how much they love you, MeUndies has not 1, but 3 new Valentine's Day prints this year. This is the perfect opportunity to show that special someone you're ready to take it to the next level with a matching pair. Match me so I know it's real is the motto this year. If you're matching your BFF or even your dog, it still counts. Also, someone told us that MeUndies has new loungewear. Rumor has it's loungewear that you can wear out and about. Keep your eyes peeled on some cozy new additions. Here we go. We got an offer for you guys. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. For any first-time purchaser, you get 15% off and free shipping. It's a no-brainer, especially because they offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means if you don't like it, you send your dirty undies back to them. Somebody sniffs them, and then they throw them out. That's 50% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go to MeUndies.com/H3. That's MeUndies.com/H3.
2.
We're back. What just happened was my worst nightmare come to life. I wonder if I ate something that Alfredo did, because I just had like an explosive, unrefined. You know when your poop is like totally unrefined? It's just a mound of waste. It's just a mound of waste.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did I eat yesterday that could have... Because I didn't even eat out. What did I eat that
what
could have...
did you eat?
Just a mound of waste.
Just ate at home.
I wish I had the bidet so badly. But, like, yeah, I do... What did... Well, at any rate, I was in there. I didn't have time to put down the paper on the toilet seat.
What?
No, I was like,
what?
Red alert. When I got in there,
no.
It looked pretty... I'm telling you, I didn't have time.
There's no such thing. You don't do that.
It looked like someone had just cleaned it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going for it.
That is
I did it.
unforgivable.
I didn't have time. You're not hearing me.
That is no.
You're
it's
not
impossible.
understanding me.
I am understanding. You are not understanding.
What do you want to divorce me because I had to take a desperate shit? Is your phone vibrating, Hila? After all the shit you gave
Why
me?
is it vibrating?
Can people please slam on Hila right now?
Well, I
Hila.
don't understand this phone. It's a new phone.
Just
put it
don't
on
put it on the table so it doesn't shake the whole room.
Okay.
There.
What the fuck?
I was talking about something important.
You were.
I didn't have time
You
to
always
clean.
have time to clean the toilet.
I mean, I didn't clean. I didn't put.
You
I
need
just
to be
sat.
quarantined. Do you understand that?
I was thinking about that. Getting quarantined sounds kind of dope. Like if I get corona, or if like everyone starts getting coronavirus, I'm
You gotta
like,
go from here straight to the shower.
you don't want to eat my ass?
So I don't want you to even touch anything. I can't believe you just sat on the toilet.
I had no choice,
That is
Hila.
not an option for me. I would like.
You don't understand where I was.
I would shit standing. And I would not sit.
You wouldn't shit standing.
I would do anything in my power before I sit on an uncovered sit in a disgusting public.
Hila, you're not hearing me.
I'm
Why are you
hearing
judging me?
you.
I didn't have an option. Did you see how sick Alfredo was last night? I felt like we ate the same thing. What the fuck did we eat? You think I want to sit on a public uncovered toilet
I'm telling
seat?
you, like I would faint first before I do that.
Okay,
it would
well, I didn't
happen-
want to shit my pants on the floor of the bathroom, Hila. It's easy for you to sit there and, talk about what if. But
I've been there.
when you're faced with a crisis, you have to make decisions.
Yeah, I've been there.
This was the Cuban Missile Crisis. I had to decide. The Cuban colon crisis.
I'm just really horrified. I've never had to do that.
Is this a deal? I don't know what you want from me. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about the whole thing. I was in there. It was like a mound of shit, and I was wiping with the baby wipes, and the bottom of the baby wipes were getting dipped in shit.
What?
I'm telling you. So then, like, you could
What?
see the bottom of the baby wipe was like dipped in shit. It was fucking disgusting.
What? I don't even...
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
100%.
Yes, Zach does. Because the mound is so high. But you know what I did do? He was learning things. You know what I did do? I hate, the one thing I can't tolerate is the water splashing on my ass.
Really?
So
But you can sit.
Yeah,
on the
dude,
seat.
the water in the toilet, I don't want on me. That's for sure. So I took like probably 100 because I was in so hurry. I usually just take 3 to put it on the water so it doesn't splash. I took like 100 of the seat covers and I just threw it in there.
That's awful.
What could I do? I flushed it all down.
Is it not clogged?
No, I had to flush 3 times.
That is such a
But
horrible.
wait, so I'm in there and then some old dude comes in and sits next to me.
You just clogged like the whole LA city.
No, those are very those things are so thin they disintegrate in water.
Plus baby wipes.
The baby wipes, those no. I didn't use too many though. Many objects that people touch every day are dirtier than a toilet seat, said Dan. Mythbuster Dan.
I just because you remember the show Mythbusters, right?
Of course.
Yeah, well, I remembered an episode where they tested how many germs are on a toilet seat, and it was less than a kitchen sponge, money, light switches,
Phone?
a computer keyboard, hotel remote, shopping cart, cell
hotel
phones,
remote.
Ew.
and the toilet seat had the least amount of germs out of all
Really?
of those things.
Hila, you know
Yeah.
what? It's occurred to me, and I've actually, because I used to be paranoid to get like a STD from it, but you can't get it's not that bad. The toilet seat.
I think it's just like a phobia that I have of the toilet
It's
Look,
seat.
understandable.
we
I'm
all
grossed
got
out
that
by it too,
phobia.
but
It's not my preference, bro. Usually I'll meticulously cover it, and there'll be like little holes, and I'll get like a square of toilet paper and fill in every hole like I'm playing Tetris on the toilet seat. But
Exactly.
anyway,
Yeah.
I'm in there, and I'm wrapping it up. It smells, bro. It's like sweet, sick death. Like, sometimes I imagine this is what a
Sweet?
dead body smells like, because it's like putrid, but with a tinge of like sweet. I've heard it described that that's what a dead body
nothing
smells
makes sense in this story.
like. Some people know what I'm talking about, Hila. It smells like death. I've heard corpse described as sweet smelling.
What?
Because it's like, there's like, I don't know, there's like an edge to the decaying. It's like a sharp, not sweet, but like, it's the only way I can describe it. It's like, it's a heightened stink. It's like, it's heightened.
I know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Zach.
Zach
Zach
always
understands
knows.
me.
I looked it up. Dead bodies give off a distinctive, sickly, sweet odor.
There.
What?
Yeah,
It's
you see?
immediately recognizable and hard to forget. Huh.
It's almost like a slight peppermint.
Weird.
Thank you. See? So it smells like a dead body, I think. My shits. This one in particular. Anyway, a guy walked in. I immediately felt so bad because I could barely stand it. And then he finished before me, and I was done basically the same time, and I was just standing in the stall in shame, waiting for him to leave because I was so embarrassed to come out at the same time. I feel like that's
I've
normal,
done
though. Would you guys wait, or would you just exit?
Oh, yeah. I
Wait.
definitely wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Isn't that
I'm a
interesting?
psycho.
You don't want them to see your face.
No.
I was even hiding my feet. I walked to the edge of the stall so he wouldn't even see my feet.
So,
And, well, anyway,
Okay.
I survived. Thankfully.
are you gonna go shower from here?
No, I want to keep it. I want you to eat my ass tonight.
Forget about me. Are you gonna sit on our couch? Are you gonna?
I'm wearing pants,
You're wearing shorts, right?
Yeah. You think that it's on my like thighs or something?
Could be.
Come on. We got meme. We have a lot to get to. Maybe I'll save the memes because we're going at an extraordinarily slow pace. The Grammys, I don't care about that much. Should I talk about whatever? I mean, what am I going to do here?
I don't really care about the Grammys. I gotta tell you.
I mean, award shows are so stupid.
Why are there so many?
I know. It's like it doesn't stop. How many? What do we just have? The Emmys, the Academy Awards, the
SAG.
Grammys, the Tonys.
I mean, they're all for different things.
But it's
Just
all the
do
same
it- just
people.
do one
But it's all
and-
the same people, Dan.
The Grammys aren't the. What do you
I
mean?
get no awards.
I see the same.
musicians.
I see the same people at every award show.
What?
Why is it the same people at every award show if it's different things?
I'm not.
There's different
Sure, I
ones
follow
for
you on that.
musicians, right?
Yeah. The
Okay.
Grammys is for music,
But there's more than.
And
the
what's the
Grammys.
Tonys for?
for theater.
Okay, but it's the same fucking people there.
I don't know about that.
And then you have the
No, but
Academy
for-
Awards. The same people go there.
You're probably thinking like the Golden Globes.
Golden
and
Globes. The
Oscar-
same people
Yeah,
go
but
there.
Globes.
it's true.
Nobody cares.
There are too
about
many
your
movie ones.
awards.
There are too many movie ones.
Yes,
I would agree
that's
with you
what
on
we're
that. It's true.
saying. All awards.
Yeah, but
too many.
you can't. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
I
Billie.
agree that the Grammys suck, so I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Billie Eilish won every award.
Well
not
deserved.
everyone.
She won the big four, apparently, whatever that is: song, record, album of the year, and best new artist. So congratulations to Billie
I'm happy with that.
Eilish. Yeah, she deserves it, But she wanted, apparently, Ariana Grande to win. Is that right, Ian? You're a fan of Ariana's. What did they want her to win? The best album or something?
I guess album of the year. I'm not sure. I think so though.
So her fans were upset, and they set the hashtag Scammies going in honor of their girl Ariana.
Ian's downplaying how upset he was. He
Ian,
he
yeah,
messaged me
come
about
on.
the scammies that night.
No, for different reasons.
Why did you? Okay,
You used the term scammies.
Ian,
Ian,
this
can we
is
hear
not
your
going
thoughts?
to work. Why are you withholding your thoughts? Why is Dan getting texts
Ethan is
from
out
you?
here telling us
I don't
all about his
understand.
embarrassing poop.
But like I don't know anything about Ariana Grande. Like
you
I
can't
just
even, like-
Ian, I'm serious. You have to step it up here. You have to talk. This is your shit. We used to always hear from you. People love hearing from you, and now you're like
Now they just
texting
think,
Dan.
Now they just think you don't even want to be here.
What the
I'm not
fuck?
touching this one, man.
No,
What
Zach,
are you guys
no sound bites.
talking about?
Zach,
I'm sorry.
no
I didn't mean to
sound
sell
bites.
you out like this, Ian.
There's
but you did
nothing to
message me
sell
about
out.
scammies.
I
Because
didn't
you
watch. I didn't
definitely
watch the
have an
Grammys.
opinion
I know
on
because
this.
I asked. I messaged
No,
him.
Dan, you're right.
I messaged him saying, "Oh, did you see Tyler's performance or whatever?" And he's like, "I ain't watching the scammies."
Go ahead, Ian. What do you mean by that?
I said that as a joke, just to goof on the people that are freaking out.
I see.
I didn't watch.
Okay.
I actually.
That's fine, but do you not have an opinion on Ariana?
I know you heard her album.
He
I don't
stands
care about
Ariana.
that. I don't care about the Grammys. I haven't watched in like 5 years. I
But
think they're terrible and out of touch. I hate the Grammys.
Okay.
Boom.
But do you
So
think
if
that,
Ariana is nominated or not, I don't give a shit because I don't care about that organization.
so are you downplaying Billie
You-
Eilish's sweep of the big 4 categories?
I don't care about any of the sweeps. I just don't like the Grammys. I think that they're usually wrong. And there were all
If you
these.
had to vote between Billie and Ariana, who's winning?
Best new album, best album of the year.
I mean, I liked Ariana's more, but Billie
we
probably
gotta
had more of an
dig.
impact in the industry, so I'd probably give it to her, I suppose.
Are you guys familiar with Christopher Cross? Do you know who that artist is?
No.
Christopher Cross?
No.
You know who he is? He's the last person that won the big 4, just like Billie Eilish.
Good point, Dan. But I don't think Billie. What? Wait, who is that? That is,
That's what I
What
said.
year
I
was that from?
From like the late 70s or something.
Oh,
Love
okay,
Christopher
well,
Cross.
When I
well,
brought it
that
up,
just
Zach
makes
was
it
like,
even bigger for
Wait,
her.
you know Christopher Cross, Zach?
It's been that
Yes,
long.
I do.
Is he still active? Oh, what the hell? Look at this guy.
it is big, but it's also, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from
This
her,
guy's
but
a
it's like,
legend, bro. How did I not hear about him?
Eh.
That's what he looks like today.
he looks like Kyle Gass.
What is he like?
Right.
He looks like a rock and roller.
It's like yacht rock.
Oh,
What
that
is
sounds
that?
awful.
What?
Like Jimmy Buffett or like,
Wow,
Stuff
there was
like
a
that, yeah.
time when Jimmy Buffett
Yacht
was winning.
rock?
yeah, you never heard that term before?
It's like
No.
soft rock.
Soft
Like,
rock, it's like, it's for yuppies
For white,
when they're
for
hanging
white.
out on their yachts.
Yeah.
listening
I
to
love yacht rock. What are you talking
The
about?
genre?
Zach, to be fair, I haven't necessarily found anything you dislike.
Okay.
That's true.
Except
Cream cheese.
cream cheese,
Yeah.
Greek
Cream
yogurt,
cheese, yeah.
tomatoes, and
Well, I do think Billie's talented, and I don't think she will go the way of yacht rock
Yacht rock
One can
legend
hope.
Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross.
It is a thing. The Best New Artist award in particular is known to be cursed because most of the winners of it go on to be one-hit wonder kind
Right.
of people. I don't think that's going to happen to her. I think
No.
she's way
No.
beyond that.
Yeah.
But most people that win it do kind of get screwed.
Well, there was one interesting take here. Tyler, the creator, who has been traditionally snubbed by mainstream media and awards, won. He won Best Rap Album of the Year, but he was not nominated for Album of the Year category. So he took kind of as a backhanded compliment. And here's what he said about it, which is kind of an interesting take.
And then I guess can you go into, in recent days there's been a lot of news about the voting process at the Grammys. Has any of that affected the way that you're looking at winning this award today?
I'm half and half on it. On one side, I'm very grateful that what I made could just be, acknowledged in a world like this. But also, it sucks that whenever we, and I mean guys that look like me, do anything that's genre bending or that's anything, they always put it in a rap or urban category, which is, and I don't like that urban word. It's just a politically correct way to say the N-word to me. So when I hear that, I'm just like, why can't we just be in pop? Why can't it just, you know what I mean? So I felt like half of me feels like the rap nomination was a backhanded compliment. Like, my little cousin wants to play the game. Let's give him the unplugged controller so he could shut up and feel good about it. That's what it felt like a bit. But another half of me is very grateful that the art that I made could be acknowledged on a level like this when I don't do the radio stuff. I'm not played in Target. I'm in a whole different world than what a lot of people here listen to. So I'm grateful and like,
So, what are your thoughts on that, Ian?
I agree. I think he's right. I think the Grammys are always wrong about this type of thing.
Do you
They
think
always
that
have been.
I'm actually a big fan of Tyler's. I would listen to Flower Boy a lot, but I haven't listened to Igor that much. Just because that's where he like changed his voice, right? He like pitch shifted down.
Yeah, he did that a lot.
Sometimes, yeah. on the
I'm
album.
not a big fan of that. I've never been a fan of that style. I want to hear his voice, But so I didn't listen to it that much. But would you consider Igor a rap album?
I wouldn't. No, definitely not.
I also agree with him. It's just weird. Like, how do you define where would you put Post Malone then?
Yeah, I agree. Well, right. Although he was he nominated, Post Malone?
I don't know about this year, but
Was he nominated for rap or for best
He got
album?
nominations for Sunflower, just that song.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
It might have been like one of the generic categories, like record of the year.
Was there a category for like rock and roll or well, I don't know?
There
what-
is, yeah, there is.
So,
Or if you look at like God's Plan by Drake won like best rap song last year. That's like not a rap song. I don't know. It's pop.
It's a pop song.
If,
Yeah,
if Post Malone made that song, that would be
that's
in the pop
interesting.
category.
That's
100%.
that is really whack.
yeah.
And he's especially right about that urban thing. Like
Yeah.
that just seems like
Well,
such an
urban
antiquated,
definitely
like,
just
way
means
of
black.
Yeah, exactly.
In the
It's
way
just,
that they use it.
just
Yeah.
feels weird.
Best urban album. It's
Like
like
that's
what the
never been a
fuck?
genre that anybody refers to. Like I listen to urban music. Like what?
It sounds racist if
Yeah.
you said that. I like Imagine a white guy. I like urban music. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think he's got a really good point.
Well, so but
I'm
apparently,
glad that he won, though.
yeah, I am glad he got acknowledged because I know that he always wanted to be acknowledged and played on the radio and such because he never was. So it is cool that he was acknowledged. But I hear where he's coming from. You know,
Did you see that he retweeted a tweet that he had saved from like 2012 of some dude talking shit to him on Twitter about how he'll never win a Grammy? He had it ready to go.
I actually let me.
It's so good.
I'm gonna try to find it.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, thank you. I did see that. I want to show it though. I wonder. I guess what the Grammys are saying is that they didn't think it was album of the year. Are there ever any hip hop albums in album of the year nominated there?
Very rarely. I think only 2 have ever won: Outkast and then Lauryn Hill in the '90s. I think those are the only 2 ever.
No, like To Pimp a Butterfly never.
No,
won?
Kendrick first. Well, that was the first one where I kind of started checking out, where he lost to Macklemore for best rap album.
Oh God.
What?
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
What?
Yeah. It was some
And then
bullshit.
he lost again to Pimp a Butterfly, lost to Taylor Swift. And that's where I stopped watching.
Oh my
Taylor
God.
anymore.
Oh my god! See, I haven't followed all this shit, but I think everybody agrees that To Pimp a Butterfly is like album of the decade.
Yeah.
I do think
top
it
on
really
most
matters
people's
if the
list.
artist is white or not on what they win.
Did he win rap album of the year with To Pimp a Butterfly?
I think he did, yeah. I think he did. But that, To Pimp a Butterfly, I was reading, also influenced David Bowie's last record before he died.
Oh wow!
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool
Yeah.
for Kendrick. Wow, that Macklemore beat To Pimp a Butterfly? That's
No, he beat
No.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, well, that's another classic.
Yeah.
That to me,
Well,
I can't even compute that. So I guess I know where you're coming from now, Ian.
It seems crazy because it feels like this stuff should be way past where we are today, but it's not. Like what he said, I think is really true.
Interesting.
And I think on Saturday night, P. Diddy did a speech at one of these Grammys events saying, like, this shit has been going on way too long. I'm giving you guys 1 year, and then the people in this room can definitely change the course of this. It was like Jay-Z was there and Beyonce was there and stuff. So I think it could be cool if after a year, if he feels like change hasn't really happened, they could go and make like a new award show. I think P. Diddy and Jay-Z and people like that could definitely pull something like that off. So
I think I think they should just stop giving awards to Taylor Swift and fucking. Ugh. But I'm processing what you said. I can't believe it. Tyler said, I favorited this 9 years ago just for the moment to tell you I got one. Yes, I'm petty as fuck. Good day, Mark. Mark said, don't be too excited. You won't get one in 2011. In response to, I don't even know what. It's so old. Oh, because what? He changed his Twitter handle. It said @fuckTyler.
Oh, maybe that's why the original.
And now it says Tyler the Creator. Nice. Good for you. That's real street cred when you can change your Twitter handle. Good for Tyler, though. I'm a fan, and I'm happy for him. That guy's a talent. I mean, he's such a talent. He's a treasure. He's an American treasure. So good for him. Good that he had a moment of speaking out. What's that?
Did you guys listen to his Odd Future stuff? Like early?
I really, honestly, I've been following him. I like the singles, but the first album I got into was Flower Boy, which is still one of my faves.
Which we still listen to a lot.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Great record.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, very cool. Did Post Malone win anything at the Grammys in previous years? Who knows?
Maybe.
Who gives a fuck?
I think he did.
Research.
I think he did actually.
Kobe Bryant, as everybody knows, has suffered a tragic helicopter crash, actually in our neck of the woods, and it was so weird that, like, I don't know if people outside LA, I know he's like world famous, but in LA where I grew up and still live to this day, Kobe Bryant was like he was like a god here. He played for the Lakers for 20 years, the best years the Lakers ever had. Him and Shaq, they were just winning championships. It was like such an exciting time to be in LA. Everybody was watching the Lakers. But Kobe, it's so rare that the player plays in a city his whole career. 20 years he played in LA. He was a Laker all the way. So for me and everybody here in LA, they're used to seeing his name, seeing him on the TV. My dad's a hardcore Laker fan, so he was always on our TV at home. And at 41 years old. But actually what's crazy is that when the news broke, I was hearing that his family wasn't on there. But then when you found out his 13-year-old daughter was on there with him, fuck, I can't imagine losing your child in that way. So, everybody's talking about Kobe Bryant. So I will, instead of eulogizing him in the normal fashion that you guys have probably all seen, I prepared some clips that we can watch, actually, in memorial. Kobe Bryant, insane shots. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, people were the night that the morning the news broke, people went out to Staples Center, which is where the Lakers play, and they were just having a memorial service for him, it was so weird because the Grammys happened at the Staples Center the same night, so it was a strange vibe down there. I don't know if I. I'm just going to show you this one clip because I'm afraid this will just go on for too long here with the best insane shots. But this is one of the most epic Kobe Bryant moments in NBA history. He was having this long, drawn-out beef with this player, Matt Barnes, okay? And here, I'll just let you get an idea. It was getting really dirty between them. Lots of shoulders and elbows. He was getting, you see them? These are the two guys. They were like this the whole game, just bumping chests. He was getting in his head, this guy, Matt Barnes. And Kobe was known for his head game because he was so cool. He was like the best player, one of the top 3 players ever. Just so dominant. And he was getting in his head. He was known for never losing his cool and getting in his head. And there was this moment where he came to a boiling point, and this guy, it has "Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster" playing, so but I'm not going to play the music, obviously, because But, so, he has a foul, he gets the ball, and he fakes it right at Kobe's face, and Kobe doesn't flinch at all. And, people kept talking about, like, how could you not flinch? How could you not even flinch? It was awesome. Anyway, beyond being a great basketball player, he was a role model to a lot of kids. Like, excuse me, I'm going to say this, guys, and I'm going to say urban kids. Ian, give me a call on that.
What?
Give me a verdict. Can I say urban kids?
We just decided you can't.
Oh.
In the last segment.
We didn't say you couldn't.
We said it was racist.
I think a lot of people... We didn't decide that, Dan. How dare you? A lot of people looked up to Kobe as a role model. The guy was the king of L.A. He was a good guy. He was always supporting charities and a good dad. And it's just crazy, man. You know, it was so foggy that day. We don't really know what happened yet, but people were just saying it was so foggy you could barely see. It was like milk, the air, when they crashed. But it's just so ironic how, like, if he wasn't so rich that he could afford a helicopter, it's like you get so rich and you start doing all this shit, like flying in your private plane and helicopters. I mean, theoretically, it's not supposed to crash, but it's just kind of funny that, like, in a parallel universe where he's not as successful, he survives.
Well, that just, I don't know. That could happen any other way.
You think
Be a
it's
car accident.
You think the
I don't like even thinking about that stuff. It's like, yeah, that was his life. He had to travel a lot, and he was using.
Well, so he was famous for flying his helicopter everywhere, and he said that he was to be able to practice as much as he needed to be good at basketball, and to still have time for his family. He started flying helicopters.
Yeah.
I mean, it would turn. It's kind of crazy how convenient it was. It would turn a drive from Calabasas downtown LA, which would probably take an hour. It's like a 5-minute helicopter ride. Well, who knows what happened, but yeah, that news shocked the city for sure. We were trying to find Kobe jerseys. It's like sold out everywhere. I was cruising around the street. I saw people like with drinks in their hand in a Kobe uniform.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
His daughter, though.
The whole story is so sad. And even beyond them, there's another family that was like mom, dad, and a kid.
It was
right?
his daughter's coach and his family.
It's crazy.
But that story is tragic as fuck.
Yeah.
It's the coach, his wife, and his daughter.
Yeah.
The whole family got wiped out. And they probably, I mean, I don't know if they have kids that survived them, but God, can you imagine? I just can't imagine, like, oh, so tragic to be with. I mean, I only know because I have a son now, but to be in that situation where.
To lose both of them from the wife's perspective and the other sisters.
Unimaginable.
And also, he was just about to retire.
He had retired.
Or just retired.
He recently retired. But basketball players have like really long careers after retirement, and I think he had a lot left to give, you know, at that young age of 41. Yeah, it's crazy. But the truth is that, as you said, you know, damn, it's like he was in perfect shape. He had the perfect life. He had it all, but he still died. And his daughter, this is part that fucks me up, man. I wish his daughter wasn't on there.
And in all their videos together, they're so cute. He
So
seems
sweet.
Like a great dad.
Yeah, she was a basketball player, and she used to go to all the basketball games with him. So that's why they were traveling together. I read a story that him and his wife had a pact that they would never fly on the helicopter together. Is that interesting?
Turned out to be a good call.
Is that, like, that just seems like they knew it was dangerous.
Well, because my brother flew helicopters, and he said that it's the most dangerous. It's just a death trap, because there's no way once something goes wrong, there's no way to escape.
It's like a
it,
rock. You just
or-
fall out of the air like a rock.
Yeah,
It doesn't
there's no way
glide
to
like an
survive
airplane.
it.
Like an airplane, if the engine dies, you can glide.
Yeah.
The helicopter is just like a bag of dirt falling to the earth. But it sounds to me, from what I've heard this morning, as they get more details, is that it was so foggy that the pilot didn't realize he was as low as he was, and they just crashed into the side of a hill over the Calabasas Hills. They were flying to Thousand Oaks for a basketball game for his daughter. Where do you land a helicopter in Thousand Oaks? In the parking lot?
I'm sure
there
there's
is
a
a spot.
pad somewhere
Didn't we see a
nearby.
video where the CEO of like Budweiser took his helicopter all drunk and parked it? You remember that?
Yeah, I do actually. That was a
don't.
long time ago. Yeah, he went. He was drunk helicopter driving. Right?
Like I can't imagine
Wow.
it's easy to just park a helicopter. But well, that's not really the subject of the debate, right, Hila? But anyway, the Kobe story, rest in peace, is not without its gaffes. A reporter on air talking about his death said what seems to sound like the N-word, and YouTube censors before you demonetize my whole video and ban me from YouTube for playing this. She didn't say the N-word. Okay, but judge for yourself.
Kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay.
Now that's a slip up.
Oh my fucking god!
So what she apparently said is that she mixed up the word
Knicks, right?
Knicks
New York Knicks,
and
yeah.
Lakers and said Knickers.
Yeah.
Knickers. So I'm emphasizing the K there, the Knickers. But so I listened to it like 100 times because at first I was like, she said the N-word. There's no
Yeah.
way. But the more I listen, the
It
more I
makes
hear the
sense.
K.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, you'd have to. Well,
Kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I
I don't know. It sounds like a G, doesn't it?
I don't hear a
That's
K.
the best goof ever.
I mean, I believe her explanation of
Yeah.
like why she flubbed it, but I don't hear a K.
Hold on.
in
Listen
there.
carefully. Listen carefully.
Lakers, Los
I feel like it's just hard to say, but I believe that it's okay.
I was hearing it last night, but now I don't hear it.
Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers.
I can hear it.
Knickers.
It
She
sounds very
she doesn't
similar, though.
pronunciate the K part so much. It's just the knickers. See, if
Yeah,
I
exactly. If
that's
you
not,
just say,
people are
"Wait."
gonna clip me saying that now, and it's like, no, I said knickers. The knickers.
So awful.
Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to
Can you imagine what in her head is going?
Uh,
on the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers.
Man. Oh, listen to the guy in the video.
Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us for.
Oh, I thought he said something. Can you isolate the knickers, Zach? And can we just listen to it a few times?
Yeah.
And then I think that's the best way because you can start to really feel what she's saying. What is this? I added this?
Bryant's daughter, Gianna, was traveling with him. And also
Oh, yeah. The BBC was running a memorial story on Kobe, and they showed a picture of LeBron.
Kobe
Watch
Bryant's daughter,
and enjoy
Gianna,
it.
was traveling with him and also died.
That's LeBron.
His list of achievements
How
is
do you do
long.
that?
An all-star, an NBA champion, and an Olympic gold medalist. He was unashamedly competitive.
They're still showing
And was
LeBron.
beaten
It
for
says
speed.
James
But
on
his
his
playing
jersey.
career was cut short by injuries.
That's LeBron James the whole time.
Kobe Bryant's daughter.
you
Crazy.
think like when a big official company does something, things like that won't happen.
Wow.
Whoops. They're British. They don't pay attention to basketball.
Yes, they do.
I don't know.
Well, if you're doing a tribute to someone who died, you better at least get their
Yeah,
face
no,
right.
These
obviously.
people are famous all around the world.
Of course, of course.
Fuck you, Dan.
Oh my
You got
God.
that Knickers soundbite for me?
He's pulling it right now. Yeah.
I feel like this is one of the saddest stories.
You know, you don't expect a celebrity death to like. It's like
To hit you like
you always
that.
are like, oh well, you know, who cares? I didn't know, but it just was so unexpected, and he was so young.
I guess it's also
And then
just
the
us
daughter-
being here in LA. It feels so close. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels like personal, like someone, family member.
I think in LA, I know in LA it hit really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up here too, and I'm not really a basketball fan, but it's hard to overstate just how like ubiquitous Kobe was. Like just my entire life, basically. And when did he start playing in like the mid '90s or something? So I was like a little kid. So pretty much from like elementary school on, he's just always been present. You know what I mean? And so it's just surreal that he's just gone in an instant like that.
He's important to the city, and like I said, he's played his whole career here in LA.
Right.
Also, it's like such an awful way to go. I can only imagine. You know, it probably was really.
I'm hoping that it was sudden and quick. If they crashed into the
I
side of
don't
a
know.
mountain, it could have been that they didn't even know what happened.
Yeah.
If that's what happened.
And he just seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a class act for sure. Total class act.
And obviously everyone on the board. I mean, we're all just focusing on him, but there's 9 people there.
Yeah, the other family got wiped off the face of the planet. Isn't that crazy? Zach.
Yeah, I think he's got it just now. He's
Zach,
reconnecting his
Zach,
computer.
Zach. I'm ready to move on to the coronavirus, so I'm waiting on you. My
Go ahead,
corona.
Niggers.
Keep going.
I feel like I can hear it.
Keep going.
I gotta tell you.
Niggers.
I'm hearing the N word.
Niggers.
I hear the K.
I wasn't hearing the K at all when he's spamming it like
You're
that.
hearing it
I
now?
kind of hear it a little bit.
See, I thought that this would
a little bit. But
I thought
don't
this
know.
would help her, but I'm not hearing it anymore. Go ahead.
Niggers.
Take out the k at the end, because she tries to correct herself. I just want the clean. Take out the k. Yeah.
Niggers.
Don't
I
do
hear
that.
it.
Sounds pretty bad.
Niggers.
I hear the K.
Wait, go ahead.
Niggers.
Knickers.
Oh,
I do hear it.
Go ahead.
I think she's innocent.
Niggers.
Hila's clearing her.
Well, there's in no world, even if she was like a mega racist in actuality, would she ever
No.
do that?
It's
I guess
obviously a mistake.
The
either way.
argument is
It's more about what was the subconscious.
exactly.
What was she
But
subconsciously saying?
the explanation makes sense.
But I think she was really just innocently. What she said, I think that's true.
Yeah.
Tripping on her words.
It's got to be one of the best news flubs ever.
She
Better
probably
than
wants
that
to
mega
die.
dude. It's probably so
Such
it's so
like
good
the
that
worst timing.
like
for
out
that.
of context, I don't think we can play it because people would just think we're running the N word. Because we like to run these, on sound bites. Go ahead, just let me hear. This is the last time we'll ever be able to hear this, so let me just take it in.
Niggers.
Knickers.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the blue and gold dress
Right.
all over again.
But with the worst word you can imagine. Okay, thank you, Zach. Well, you guys judge for yourself. I think Hila's right. I pardon her.
We're clearing her.
Yeah, she's pardoned. Okay, go ahead with the sting, guys. We're moving on to our next topic, the coronavirus.
Which Ethan is obsessed with.
I am.
My Corona.
The guys put this together at last minute last night. We got a My Corona parody song and a dude sipping a Corona mixed with Chinese people dying. Go ahead one more time. I got to enjoy that again. Here's the virus. Nice cold Corona. Chinese patient.
Corona.
Crack open a cold one.
And that is Zach singing.
Yeah, that was Zach. Zach, the magician musician.
Thank you.
Threw that together. Where can people listen to your music, Zach?
I'm just on Instagram.
Yeah, what is it?
Z_vinyl.
Z_Vine.
And change it to SoundLad.
I can probably get you to. I know someone on Instagram that can change your handle.
That'd be cool.
Zach Soundlad.
Zach the Soundlad. Yeah.
What about Zach the Mayo Eating Soundlad?
You know, a Scottish fan emailed me and pointed out that sound lad is slang in Scotland for like a good guy, like a good dude.
Oh, a sound lad.
Sound lad.
Right. Oh, I like that. He's a sound lad.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's cool. Ian did the edit, by the way, too. I want to give all credit to Ian. You can follow Ian on Instagram at
908 Ian.
What is
What
it?
is that?
It's a
the plugs and the credits for this. Like,
Dan didn't do anything, but I'll give credit to Dan. He produces the show. Dan Swerdlove, Ian
I got
Slater.
his handle on screen right now.
oh my God, please.
At Swerdlove.
Yeah, you guys are getting lots of followers. I noticed you guys all have like 10,000 followers now, right?
You know what it primarily was the day that we went to Disneyland.
Oh,
You put
I was
us all in
tagging
all of
you
your
guys.
stories over and over again.
Totally.
Yep.
That's awesome, though. It's probably fun to have some followers.
I guess.
Yeah, you've got fans. Come on, it's awesome, Dan. Why do you go private if you don't care?
No, I guess I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that I don't care.
Ian's trying to get verified.
For real? For what?
Zach's trying to get verified.
Well, because I got on the train.
I can get you guys verified. You guys want verified?
I'll take a verification.
Yeah, sure.
If you quit ever, though, if you ever walk
It
away
gets
from the
revoked.
show, I'll make sure it gets removed. And I'll change your handle back.
I think we need at least one PowerPoint for the check mark.
The verified thing is
Right,
kind of
yeah.
the check marks. It seems like a scam because Ian said he applied a couple times and got rejected. I see people with like way less followers than him with check marks all the time. What's up with
Yeah,
that?
I don't know.
Probably because they have connections to larger,
Some bullshit.
It is.
larger organizations. Because really, like, my guy on Instagram probably can get all you guys verified. So it's just a matter of knowing someone.
Couldn't or could?
Could.
But
could.
Yeah.
I have a task for each of you.
Yes.
To earn their check mark.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then we already gave him one for next week, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about that for sure.
Ian, we are desperately in need of a PowerPoint. Desperate.
Do we give him a topic or let him decide?
You can decide.
It's always happened organically.
It's just not a lot of interesting stuff.
But I feel like you're too picky.
He is very picky.
I agree.
He is very picky.
Sometimes,
Sometimes
necessity is the
we-
mother of creation, Ian.
We just want something.
You cannot wait all the time for perfect inspiration to be a creative artist. You should know that, Ian. You should know that by now.
Okay.
And
What's
Zach,
Zach's assignment?
it's to make a little segment of us all talking, and it's all sound bites.
Okay.
Eli's been asking.
I can
for that
I
for a
can
while.
do
Asking
that.
for a while.
I can do that.
So wait.
Pretty good.
You want a segment where nobody's talking? Can I talk?
Well, you can.
I should be able
it
to
just needs
talk.
to be part of the plan.
I should be able to talk. Well, I think no. The idea was to just make one where Ian. I can have a whole conversation with Ian.
Yeah.
I think it's too ambitious right now.
Okay. Well,
Maybe we
I
should
don't
do one
know.
person at a time.
I leave it up to Zach.
What do you think, Zach?
I mean, the AI Ian, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Let's do AI Ian.
Okay.
I wanted to build a robot in the likeness of Ian, so we can always cut to AI Ian because he doesn't like when you can't tell that it's not him talking.
We could. It just costs like $50,000.
50,000? Okay.
So or is it even 100? That's what Whitney did.
Sure, we can do 100.
Oh, her robots.
I can fuck Ian. Oh my God, can you imagine? That's so fucked up. Make a fuck doll of one of your employees and then have sex with it. That is so fucked up. Oh my God, that's got to be sexual harassment, right?
Yeah.
Just talking about it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. But that's actually like, would you rather Harvey Weinstein make a sex doll of you, or
But maybe
actually
it's cheaper
assault
if
you?
we remove that whole need.
Fire Ian, hire the doll.
No, if it's not a sex doll. I mean, if it just needs to look like it.
No, I don't need to be able to fuck it.
Yeah.
And anyway, I don't need much to be able to fuck it. Like, I'll just put a roll of
Maybe
toilet
we can get
paper.
a little budget AI.
Wait, a roll of toilet paper?
Yeah, you know, put a roll of toilet paper, put some, I don't know, petroleum jelly in there, call it a day. I don't know. I'm improvising on a cheap budget here, Dan. We don't budget for this.
Ethan is going to have to let you go.
That's a funny idea. That'd be a funny idea for a sketch. You like trick your employee in to get molds of their face because it's entertainment, right? And you say, "Oh, we're doing this thing," and then it turns out it's a full-scale fuck robot.
That'd be disturbing. Dude.
Super disturbing. Super disturbing. And then, like at the end of the day, you're like, "Well, okay, I'm going home," and you're taking the robot with you. And it's like, why are you taking the fuck robot home with you?
Maintenance.
Yeah, just doing some maintenance on it. That
tune up.
It comes out that you're in an intimate relationship.
Wow.
When VR sex becomes a thing.
Would that fall under me too, or is that?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Me, I.
Me, I. Me, I. You got me thinking, Hila. You're asking tough questions. If I have sex with an employee in VR, is that sexual harassment?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because I can masturbate I can think about an employee and masturbate to the thought of them. So what's the difference between that and VR?
Well, I don't know in what
If
kind
you
of
tell them
situation
if
would
that's
this
harassment.
happen. If you tell them, it is.
Yeah, either way.
But
if you just go home and you're like, I want to have sex with this employee in VR.
But how do you do it? Like, what's
In the privacy of your home.
No, but what's the software that would allow that?
It's like a deep fake thing. I'm just thinking future-wise.
I guess that's fine. If it's like a deep fake kind of thing.
But to get the deep fake, you have to take indiscreet photos of them.
That's where I'm going. That's why I was asking.
That's
yeah,
fucked
that
up.
would be fucked up.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. These are the kinds of these are the questions.
This coronavirus highlight is going to be fucking lit, by the way.
Oh, I'm telling you, bro.
We'll cut around it.
No, let's start over. That's right. I thought about that. Okay, let's get back to the coronavirus. Go ahead and hit me with that sting again for the highlight. What about me? I can see me. Is it on me? What's happening?
Zach just played the sound, not the video.
Yo, come on, you guys.
Zach, give me a
Start
second.
over.
Let me play it.
Chill. Zach, chill. Hands off. Hands off the board.
I thought he was asking about.
Hands
Hands off the board.
Chill.
Hands off the board.
Go play it.
Now there's no sound.
What?
No. Stop it. Start it over.
What happened to the sound? What's
going on,
That
buddy?
is off the hinges.
Zach, come on.
Off the rails.
It keeps getting muted for some reason. We're
Off
even-
the jibs.
All right.
I'm not doing anything. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Off the jibs.
My Corona.
There you go. That's our little. I'm going to be talking about the coronavirus a lot, so I figured we'd make a sting for it. So the coronavirus, I have been putting together, I've been following this very closely, all the developments since last we spoke on it. Now, I personally think from what I've seen, again, obviously I'm not a scientist, but I follow scientists on Twitter. Does that qualify me?
Nope.
I personally think that this is a huge problem. I think this can run out of control, and I think that I wish that people were taking it more seriously. Like the World Health Organization is not declaring an emergency. I feel like even here in the United States, people are not preparing for the amount of illnesses that could be coming up. But anyway, listen, that's just my conspiracy theory. This is Alex Jones, and you are watching InfoWars. But I actually just have media I want to show you guys.
Okay.
So going back a few days is when I started taking the footage. Here is pictures. Chinese authorities are cutting off roads to prevent people from traveling outside of Wuhan. As you guys know, there's 50 million people quarantined at this point in China. And they are just piling dirt.
15 or 50?
50 million.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And they're just, you cannot get out. Every single road is covered over. only in China could you do something this insane, but it's actually a great thing. It's so good. I am deeply concerned for the people of Wuhan, though. There's 11 million people just in that city alone, and as you'll see,
I was having that exact discussion with somebody this past weekend about how it's like good and bad this is happening in China. Not obviously it's not good that it's happening, but if there's any country that will like pull out all the stops to
they don't give a fuck about human rights or human decency.
And it's like in this one instance that maybe is an advantage.
Well, it does seem. The thing is with China, it's like it's the same thing with the USSR. These people are so protective of their reputation and they're so authoritarian that they played down the severity of it and
early on
and they kind of missed the opportunity to keep it from spreading, but they're doing their best now. These are bodies on the floor, are allegedly deceased people whose remains failed to get removed. The original video was reportedly removed by the Chinese government. So this is what the hospitals look like. And again, this was posted days ago, and every day it's getting exponentially worse.
3具尸体已经在这里躺了一个上午了，有的人已经是凌晨死的，到现在没有人来处理。
I heard some people saying they're just sleeping, so I don't know. It could be either one. But take it as a whole here. I gotta get me one of those suits, man, that the doctors are in. Walk around the house like that.
Just get yourself a hazmat suit. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
I already got one.
Oh, true.
That shit ain't gonna. I need them. Man, if there's a virus outbreak, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? I want to be like alone somewhere. Streets are deserted in Wuhan as people are ordered not to leave their house. This is the capital of Wuhan, 11 million people. Empty streets. 11 million people. This is like more. New York has like 9 million. So this is...
It's more than the entirety of LA County, not just the city of LA, but the whole county.
This is one of the most densely populated cities in the whole world. Just completely deserted. Pretty crazy.
Frightening.
Yeah.
You can only imagine this was bustling just a week ago. So there you have it.
What do you do with food and stuff?
That's part of the concern is that they have got this quarantine on all these people, and they're trying to get supplies in. From last I heard, they have food and supplies, but the one thing that they don't have, they've run out of masks. And you look really beautiful, Hila. I had to say, you really struck me in the middle of this Wuhan segment.
Thank you.
I just was overcome by admiration. Anyway, you were looking at me like,
okay.
I was like, wow, look at me. I got this wife is incredible. Anyway, they're running out of medical masks and hazmat suits, things that you actually need to prevent the spread of the infection. As you'll see, I have some media on that later. I've thought of everything. This is a little infograph, a GIF, highlighting the spread of the infection. Look at that.
Whoa.
January 3rd, 14, 20, 21, 23, same day.
Wow.
Now, what's scary, too, is that so scientists thought it originated sometime in November at this seafood market where they sell bushmeat. They sell wild animals, which, by the way, SARS started in fucking China from these psychos eating feral meat.
Yeah, isn't the current... maybe there's been an update, but isn't the current theory that it's a bat virus from
That's
people
what
eating
I've heard.
bats?
Yeah. That it's basically from bats. You know, you see people. There's a video of someone eating a bat in soup. Can you pull that image up? It's so gross. They just find wild bats and then eat them. I mean, what kind? That's like. And apparently, I also read that
this is horrific.
The
I don't even know if
feral
you can show
meats
this.
there, the bush meats, are more expensive than farmed meats because it's a delicacy. So they're actually paying a premium to end humanity over there.
Just the Google image search. I don't know if you want to show this.
This is
pretty
what-
fucking nasty.
What?
Yeah, it looks like this. That's why everybody's dying, because someone wanted to put a fucking wild bat.
Potentially. I don't think it's 100% confirmed where.
But this is the
all
kind of
originated.
thing, by the way. How do people do that? You just like you don't even like fillet it or prepare it. It's just a boiled bat.
What?
I mean, man, people
Can
look. It's not my taste, but damn, I don't know how you can just beast mode a bat like that.
just eat some cream cheese? I don't know.
Zach, would you rather eat cream cheese or a bat?
I'll take the bat.
You ended the world with that. So what I was saying is, originally they thought it came from this market, which would mean,
unbelievable.
which mean it started in November. But actually, they figured out that 7 people from the original outbreak had never been to the market. So its point of origin, now they're trying to figure out, predates the market. And that's bad news because, 1, they don't have it figured out. And 2, it means the virus has been spreading for longer.
Mm-hmm.
The virus has like a 10-day incubation period where you're not showing symptoms. But what's dangerous about this particular virus, where, for example, SARS did not have this characteristic, is that it can be contagious during the incubation period. So while there are no symptoms, you can pass the virus on. That's what's so insidious about it. Here's a video of people just falling down sick in China. Watch. This is just the streets. People are just passed out on the streets. In the hospital, they're just collapsing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I'm scared for these people, man, in Wuhan. The problem is I see people downplaying it. They go, it's just the flu. Well, that's true, but the problem is that nobody has resistance. Nobody's body has ever seen this. So the problem is that everybody catches it, and then our medical professionals and abilities become so overstrained from the volume of sick people that nobody can get medical attention. For example, people like me and Ela would probably be fine. It's like having the flu. It sucks. You get over it in a week. But our son, if he got sick from this, that could be life-threatening. And then when you try to go to the hospital to get him treatment to save his life, there's thousands of people there. And no one can give him medical attention. Nobody can give him medicine. Nobody can treat him. There's nothing. That's the danger. So in LA, with a population of 5 million, you have 1 million people who are sick. Old people and young people and people with immune system deficiencies are going to die by the
tens of thousands, hundreds
hordes,
of thousands.
Millions.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be a
well, right now it's they're saying it's like about 2 to 3%. It's estimated it's like 2 to 3% fatality rate, which that means 2 or 3 out of 100 people die from it. That's huge.
What I read is that it's hard to say yet because it can take a while to die from this. So right now,
I see.
They're saying 40,000 people have the virus, and then it takes a couple of weeks before you actually find out the mortality rate. So what I read is it's somewhere between 2 and 10% mortality rate.
Man,
it's hard to tell. But even at 2%, with 1 million people infected, that's 20,000 deaths. So if you go up to, with the population in the United States, you've got 300 million people. If a third gets sick, which would probably be even more if it was a pandemic, then 2% of 100 million is 20 million people.
That's a big deal. It's not good.
That's more than every war we've ever fought combined, I think. The Chinese are actually... Is there audio playing back there?
I hear something too.
Or is it our neighbor?
It might be the neighbor. I don't hear anything.
So weird.
I just clicked this one. Sorry. The Chinese are actually, their industrial capabilities are so incredible. They are building a 1,000-bed hospital in 6 days. Look at this. It's just a field of hundreds of cranes just digging. Look at the. I mean, that's unbelievable. The Chinese industrial capabilities. So they're building one mega hospital, and they're already building another one that's even bigger that should be done in a week. It's unbelievable.
That shot is crazy.
I never seen anything like that.
Godzilla movie or something.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like ants. They look just like bugs. It's like 100 mega machines. Just look at all the materials.
It seriously reminds me of like a disaster movie when they're
Yeah.
like enacting the plan to save everybody.
This is totally a movie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So that's what's going on in there right now to try to provide more beds, but I'm afraid it's not even going to be close to enough. People working in China. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Oh, here's people in their office. Look. Oh, thank you. Yeah. This is what people in their office are doing. You see this, Hila? They have their whole station covered in plastic.
Oh my god.
So they're working at their computer, and their whole station, they're in like their own bubbles of plastic wrap.
What the fuck? Would that even help you?
Probably. Yeah, I think it would.
I guess it would.
I saw a thing this morning that surgical masks are selling out like crazy here in the States.
Yeah, you can't buy them anymore at like Walgreens and shit.
Apparently they're trying to tell people it literally does nothing. That would not do anything to prevent you from getting
That's not true. That's not what I heard. If you use it correctly, it can really help, is what I heard.
No, not the surgical mask things.
Not the surgical mask. You need like a infectious mask.
Yeah, like a respirator or something like that.
Not a respirator.
But I'm saying the surgical masks are the things that people are rushing out to buy, and that literally you might as well just not wear it.
So there's one that's like waterproof on the outside and absorbent on the inside. Those are the ones you want for infectious diseases.
Well, those are probably flying off the shelf.
So here, this guy found the cure. He's smoking a cigarette with the mask.
What a G.
But this, I was watching a video of a Chinese doctor explaining, this is the one you want. It's blue on the outside, which is waterproof lining, and on the inside there's some kind of absorbent material. The cigarette, I'm not sure on how that affects the viability of the mask. But God bless him. So here, this is when it gets really scary. You start to see, oh no, somebody removed it. Oh man. I can't believe the Chinese government is actually removing these videos from YouTube. Oh, let me try to find a re-upload real fast. This video was incredible. I have to find it.
Which one was
it? I was like, no way that China's going to start removing this, bro. And fucking China's removing this. That's so scary that they can do that. I think I found it. It's got all these watermarks and shit. It's so corny. There's like worldstarhiphop.com and Malaysia. Like the one I had didn't have any watermarks, so these guys are douches. Like imagine putting your watermark. Imagine putting your watermark on like a video like this.
Did you hear that allegedly TMZ broke the Kobe Bryant news even to the family?
I'm not surprised. Those guys, I don't know what's up with them, but I don't know how they always do that, but I know they broke the story. I was even hearing, I was listening to ABC News. I was listening to ABC News, and they go, it was reported today by TMZ that Kobe Bryant died in a plane crash. Like, they're even giving them credit. I don't know. I don't know what to think about the whole thing.
If you just heard it happen, like at least make sure the family knows. As if you're TMZ.
That's classic media shenanigans. You know what I mean? They want to be the first to break the story. They don't care about anything. So she's speaking Mandarin, so I'm going to have to read the subtitles to you guys. Hila, can you turn it up a little bit?
Real quick, I was curious because it got removed if it might have been because people were saying it's fake, and there is some dispute as to the validity of this video, so we should probably say that.
Okay.
That might have been why it got taken off YouTube.
Why would YouTube remove
Well, apparently,
it?
this is a BBC article about it. And it says the woman who does not identify herself is wearing protective suit in an unknown location. However, her suit and mask do not match the ones worn by any medical staff in the province of Hubei.
Well, you know, there's such a shortage. I don't know that qualifies. I mean, you've got 11 million people there. You've got no medical stuff. I feel like that.
I hear you.
I don't think that is enough to discredit it. But you guys judge for yourself here.
Sure.
Obviously, in China, you can't speak out against the government. So the fact that she's not identifying herself and in an undisclosed location is like, for them to cite that as somehow disputing the videos, it's just stupid. And it's insulting. But regardless, here's the video. You guys judge for yourself. Dear friends, my name is Jin Hyu. She just identified herself. I think it was a fake name, maybe. I don't know. Because in the original one, the subtitle said something like the name was like censored out. I don't know. Anyway, dear friends, my name is Jin Hyu. I'm currently at the infected Hankou district in Wuhan. Let me brief you on the current situation of Hubei province in China. So far, more than 90,000 people, by the way, this is several days ago, so it's much worse now, have been infected by the coronavirus. What is the infection rate? Without immediate quarantine or effective treatment, one infected person can pass the virus to 14 more nearby. The infection rate is extremely high. Now is the Chinese New Year holiday season. Family members, friends, sons, and daughters are all on their way rushing home for a family reunion, for a family dinner together. However, this is a grave moment. I urge you not to go out. Do not attend any party. Do not visit anyone. There's always another Chinese New Year, as long as you stay safe and well. We have many opportunities to catch up. So this was actually, the Chinese government issued a statement similar to what she just said, which was they urging everyone to stay at home and not go out. By the way, the timing of this virus couldn't be worse with the Chinese New Year. So many people traveling there, traveling within China. You know, in China, they take off work a whole month during the New Year's to celebrate. So everyone's on vacation. They're traveling around, all around the world. I mean, the timing truly cannot be worse for this thing. I don't see why someone would fake that. I mean, they didn't even... It all seems pretty congruent with the fact, except she says it has a 17% infection rate. So that's not exactly what, well, who knows. But here, I mean, I have one that's even more frightening. This guy, by the way, is someone I've been following closely. Dr. Eric Dink. He's a Harvard educated doctor. I actually am going to look like an idiot, but he's an epidemiologist, which is someone who studies viruses, right? Epidemics. Epidemiologist.
Correct.
He's a PhD at Harvard. And this guy has been freaking out about this virus, talking about how the World Health Organization needs to be calling it an emergency now. He says, Holy Mother of God, the new coronavirus is a 3.8. That's the infectious scale. That means one person infects 3.8 other people. It is thermonuclear pandemic level bad. Never seen an actual virility coefficient outside of Twitter in my entire career. I'm not exaggerating. We estimate the basic reproduction number of the infection to be 3.8, indicating that 72 to 75% of transmissions must be prevented by control measures. I'm trying to find one that actually it makes sense and isn't science lingo.
That one makes sense. He's saying that in order to stop the trend of more and more people getting it, they need to be able to stop about 75% of the transmissions. Like, you need to cut down transmissions by 3/4 of what's currently happening for it to slow down at all.
Says travel restrictions from and to Wuhan City are unlikely to be effective in halting transmission against China. With a 99% effective reduction in travel, the size of the epidemic outside Wuhan may only be reduced by 24.9%. Our findings are critically dependent on the assumption underpinning our model and the timing and reporting of confirmed cases. There is considerable uncertainty associated with the outbreak at the early stages. Someone asked him, do you think China is reporting actual numbers or do you think they're suppressing information? He said, by all reports, I highly doubt the cases and deaths counts are accurate. Authorities already admit the numbers are too low, but knowing Chinese media, it's always worse than they admit. I predict numbers will soar in the next to 5 figures, he said, over the weekend, and 6 figures within the next 2 weeks worldwide.
Uh-oh.
This guy has been freaking me out. Dr. Eric Ding. He's my guy I've been going to for updates. Let's see what he's been, if he's tweeted anything recently. What he's been saying is that it's way worse than SARS. It's contagious before symptoms appear, making it hard to isolate and quarantine.
In the sense of it spreads much more easily than SARS, right?
Well, because you don't know you're sick.
Yeah.
So you cannot quarantine the virus. You don't know you're sick for 10 days.
You can go for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In that time, you'll get a bunch of people sick.
Right. Well, it's in LA now, so good luck to us.
Yeah, it's in USC, which is fucking really close, in Orange County, which is really close. I'm trying to... Anyway.
But let's see, because so far, if we were outside of China, where they have a few people who got it, they seem to be in a stable position.
They're not dying, but if they're past, that's not the problem. Isn't if they're dying. The problem is if they're passing it, and you don't know if they passed it for a week. And then a lot of people were speculating. Well, so far, we haven't seen everyone who's got it overseas in Japan and Germany and the United States, whatever. They're all people that went to Wuhan, China, came back from Wuhan, China. But it just broke just today, 5 hours ago, that someone who was sick in Germany and someone who's sick in Japan never went to Wuhan, which means that the virus was transmitted.
They were in contact with someone who was.
Yes,
they weren't themselves.
But so people were waiting to see if the virus was going to make a jump to people who hadn't directly visited Wuhan. And so that confirmed the fear, the hope people had that it wouldn't transmit like that. Building in China saying to stay at home. Here, check this out. Government, these buildings are lit up with public service announcements saying, promise me, stay at home during Chinese New Year's. Is that okay? Be a healthy little fatty, it says.
What?
Go to the hospital if you have any symptoms ASAP. So the buildings all have like these red alert PSA warnings.
Little fatty?
Yeah. I like that. That's what I'm going to start calling you.
That's
it's a term of endearment. I'm sure. I like it. This one was a bit contested because it's market. This guy says there's gunshots, but people are setting off firecrackers, I guess, because it's the new year. But here, he was saying that people were trying to escape the quarantine and there was gunfire. I think it's firecrackers. But you could just see people on the ground. Now is not the time for firecrackers.
Yeah, they sound like firecrackers. But yeah, that seems like a weird
weird
time to be celebrating.
Here's the police in China are throwing suspected infected people in a quarantine van. Watch this shit. Yeah, you can hear the firecrackers in this clip too. But watch this. This is horrifying. He doesn't want to get in the van, and the police are forcing him in. They're choking him out.
Jeez.
They're forcing him in. Yeah.
It seems like every week there is a new kind of like never seen before disaster going on.
2020, dude. Scary shit. Police throwing infected people in a van. More photo of people trying to escape Wuhan. Here's someone trying to get out some other way, blocked off. There was a story, by the way, some Chinese traveler. She was on social media bragging about how she came from Wuhan. She had a trip to Paris planned. She was bragging about how she went around the quarantine and made it to Paris. And then people on social media reported it to police and she got deported. But that just goes to show, you know, it just takes a couple of people like that. It says, this photo was sent to me a few hours ago by someone I know in Wuhan. They haven't yet got the virus, and they tried to leave the city to take their family to safety. Every road out was blocked. Here, so this one really scared me. This is a leaked voice message. You can see it came through on WhatsApp. I'm gonna read the. I will read the subtitles for you as well, but it's from a WhatsApp chat here, or something like it. I've been working all day long. Now I am off duty. I took off around 4 p.m. I've been crying my eyes out. Indeed, the infection is much more horrible than what's reported on TV. There are so many cases. Doctors have estimated about 100,000 infected, and we have more than 10 doctors here. And each doctor has treated more than 100 infected people in just one day. Many of them will not make it. No hospital beds. Their relatives complained and insist on being treated in our hospital, and they quoted the government's promise, and the hospital should treat those infected with the coronavirus. However, the government didn't support us with medical supplies. We don't have enough resources to hospitalize patients. It won't work if the situation worsens like this. We have been slammed all day long. We are all breaking down. We cannot take it anymore. The patients were begging us desperately, but we couldn't do anything. They are dying right in front of our eyes. Therefore, please take every measure to protect yourself at home. Don't ever trust the government. We are on our own now.
Sheesh.
That seems, I don't know. That seems real to me, dude. Like, someone said the translations have been confirmed by Chinese speakers. Well, I don't know if that, but yeah. So that shit, I don't know, man. Here is footage in Wuhan of people just, public officials just spraying disinfectants on the street. Look at this shit. Government health employees are spraying chemical disinfectant on the streets of Chinese cities under quarantine, in an effort to combat the deadly virus. Does that work? Just fill my room up with that shit.
Yeah. Just walk around with
I
that.
want to walk in a bubble filled with that shit. So according to Dr. Eric Ding, the guy I was telling you about, he was saying, how long ago did the coronavirus emerge and start spreading? The Adam virus from all others are descended first appeared no earlier than October 30th and no later than November 29th, which means 1.5 to 2.5 months of unconfined proliferation. Oh, this was... the coronavirus arrives in Orange County. I'm reading like the bullet points from the... what's that infection game?
Plague Inc.
Yeah, I'm giving like plague updates. Coronavirus arrives in Orange County.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. The government was planning a quarantine zone in Hong Kong, and the protesters burned it down, set it fire. Check it out. Group of protesters set fire to planned quarantine building in Hong Kong. I thought there was a video.
Probably not a good thing to do.
Well, they were saying apparently that they had some reason. They thought it was some stupid thing that, like, it didn't make sense where they put it. Earlier this afternoon, hundreds of regular Hong Kong citizens had blocked roads leading to buildings with bricks and other debris as anger grew towards government plan to convert the building into a quarantine zone as the number of confirmed cases in the city climbed to 6 on Sunday. 50,000 residents within 500 meters. How can a quarantine camp be built here? Oh, I guess they were saying it's too densely populated here for a quarantine building. Say, how can a quarantine camp built here? Retarded government. They wrote this on the... I guess PC culture hasn't reached China yet. Don't they know you can't say retarded? We have to cancel China.
Well, what can we do?
Hold on, I got more, Eula.
What can we do about it?
Oh, coronavirus arrived
There's
in
nothing to
Israel.
do.
That shocked me. Here's the footage from a hospital in Israel. This actually is really interesting footage. Look how they've got her all locked up. They're taking her out of the back of a ambulance in a like crazy quarantine box. They're not fucking around. You see that?
E.T.
So just imagine in China, there's 100,000 people walking around, and then. But this is how
Really
dangerous
bad.
it is. What?
Nice, I'm proud of Israel.
I know. I was impressed. I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." These guys have too many threats everywhere to deal with the corona.
In World War Z, Israel was the only country that survived.
That's right.
That's awesome. I'm proud of them. What was the explanation for that?
Well, it's fiction, first of all. It
Don't
actually
stop,
happened.
man. That's real. Don't take this away from me. How did they survive?
Because they built a wall because
They already had the wall.
Yeah, exactly right. And they like immediately close off the entire country.
Oh, that's good for them. You see, it works. They're like secretly being like, the wall's up, you guys.
Well, again,
real
fictional zombie invasion.
There was a case called. Here we go. Everybody, get ready. Oh, people are going to mask factories in China and begging outside the gate for masks because they're sold out. You can't get them. Going directly to the factory. Look at this, like a concentration camp, just begging for masks. How fucking crazy is this?
This one is pretty strange to me because what I don't know what is the mask gonna do so much that it's worth like begging here like that.
Well, actually, there's a really good video I'll show you of a doctor explaining it because apparently there's some misunderstandings about it. A Chinese doctor explains mask. It was really good. It was where was it? I was seeing it all over Twitter. Can you guys try to? God damn it! I wish I saved it now. But it is very effective. He says as long as you cover your nose all the way down, he's showing you how to properly use it. And if you have the right one, it can, like 90%, help reduce your exposure to the virus.
Okay.
So it is very effective.
Because I always thought it was more to protect from you infecting people. You put the mask on.
I guess it depends on the type of mask, but I think that's probably just because you've never been in a... Like, when you go to, like, urgent care, they give you a mask to wear.
Yeah, if you're sick.
Yeah. But we've never been in the situation where we had a pandemic to deal with. But he was saying these are very effective. The outside's waterproof. The inside has padding. It's very good. It's got to cover your whole mouth and nose, like, from here to here. So I thought that was an interesting video. Wish I had it for you to see. But anyway, there was this case confirmed in Germany, a case confirmed in San Diego, a case confirmed at USC campus. They sent an email to the students last night at 3 a.m. I was up cleaning. That was right before Alfredo puked shit. And this just happened last night. You can see it went out. Oh, it says 10:40 p.m. So they say, attention residents, the health of our community is a top priority for us. Tonight, a resident was transported to a local hospital for treatment and diagnosed with the coronavirus out of China. There's currently no reason to believe the virus has spread beyond this isolated incident. However, we take this very seriously and will keep the community posted as new information becomes available. USC. Not far.
What do you want us
That's all
to
I got.
do, Ethan?
I don't know. I just think that the government and the World Health Organization need to start taking this more seriously. Like everybody is just acting like it's all good. I don't see people really worried about this. Like in government, I don't see it on the news. I don't see the president. I don't see officials talking about it. And the World Health Organization has not yet declared an emergency. I don't understand how that's possible. They keep saying, like the World Health Organization, they say the risk to you, they say in China it's very high, in the region it's medium, and outside of the region it's low. So they're saying it's not an emergency, but I don't understand taking all that information into account. I know that there are scientists and professionals, and I hope I'm wrong, but it seems to me that I don't know. I mean, what can we do? Nothing. There's nothing we can do except just hope that I'm wrong. And if I'm not wrong, I'd like to see more preparation for this.
Yeah.
People are not taking it seriously. Also in America,
I don't think that they're not taking it seriously. It just seems like
I
if
don't-
you're over there, yes, you
I don't see anyone on TV talking about it.
You have
I
no
don't see.
chance. It seems like, but here it's different.
I don't see any preparation happening. But also, there needs to be some public discourse because in China, if you get a fever, you're going to know, oh, I probably have this thing. I need to go see a doctor. But in America or outside the region, people who are getting sick, it is flu season after all, are not going to think about it and they're not going to consider this a possibility. So it's going to make the situation even worse without some kind of public education. I hope I'm wrong. Because everyone was saying, SARS came and went, and it wasn't a big deal, and nothing happened. But from what I understand, this is more dangerous than SARS. And I hope I'm wrong, and I look like an idiot for panicking about this and making a whole hubbub about it. But I do find it very concerning, and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like it. I don't like it.
I like it.
Soundbite that, Zach.
I like it.
I don't like it.
Perfect. We'll get that.
I like it.
I like it.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
I like it.
You said it's been 2 hours, Dan?
Yeah, just about.
What?
I'm waiting to see how it's going to affect all the businesses who do business with China because
Dude,
everything
China?
is made in China.
I'm afraid China
And-
is going to be so fucked by this.
Yeah.
They're going to be so fucked by this because, China, it's so populous and it's so densely populated, it's a perfect place for a virus like this to spread. And they eat, and it's where they all start because these crazy people are eating bats. Now, China has the resources and they have wealth to deal with it to a degree. If this virus hits a place like India, they will be destroyed by it because they have a huge population, they have dense population, but they do not have the resources to combat this. There's a ton of poverty there. People shit on the street there. You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
it
would
is
be
going
awful.
to. It will destroy. It will be so dangerous in a country like India. That's like the worst case scenario. I feel like. We'll see. We'll know. We'll know. In the coming days, how bad this thing is going to be. I hope I'm wrong.
Start praying.
You can pray. You can know that I'll be following it though. If you want my Corona updates, you know where to find them. Doctor, what was his name?
Ding.
Yeah,
Dr. Ding.
Follow Dr. Ding.
You dingus?
You ding dong. Well, there's so much more I wanted to talk about, but I guess we have a life outside the podcast, don't we?
Bomber.
You have to work. I have to
What
go
is
get the
that?
baby. Dude, isn't our babysitter leaving at 3?
No, not today.
Oh, thank God. I just panicked. It's 2:35. My Corona. So that concludes our report on the coronavirus. Go ahead, Ian, with the My Corona. My Corona. Crack open a fresh one. Well, I wanted to talk about J Station. I wanted to talk about Ninja Mixer Deal, Deotels, I wanted to talk about so many other things. We'll have to save them for later. Yang qualified 8% nationally. He's already on the next stage. And, of course, Dan is hating like a coward on Yang, friend of the
Coward?
show. Yeah.
What's cowardly about it?
What's cowardly about it is that you don't have the strength or resolve to even understand what you're talking about. It's cowardly. It's yellow.
Okay.
We're going to have to talk about that on Friday, though. Friday, we have a guest. Is that right, Dan?
We do. The great Gus Johnson will be joining us.
Eddie will also be joining us.
Oh, will he?
Yes.
How exciting. Very cool. So Gus and Eddie.
Gus and
of
Eddie.
the Gus and Eddie podcast.
Gussetti.
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 Knickers.
Oh, the Michael Avenatti trial has started.
Really?
Is anyone else excited?
Any news? Just that it started?
That it started.
He's in federal prison now.
I said
know.
Knickers
Can you
there. I just want to say
Can you still believe that he tried to bribe
Nike?
of $20 million?
That's awesome. Nike immediately went to the FBI, and the FBI's like, "Hi, are you fucking dumb?"
I feel unbelievably vindicated by all of this because when he first
It's
came
true.
onto the scene,
No, you are early adopter.
I was just like, this guy's scum. Like, just saw right through it, and turns out I was right.
My family got taken with him. They thought he was the shit.
Oh my god! I had so many people tell me, yeah, he needs to run for president. We need somebody like him to run against Trump.
That just shows like how they are the same as Trump supporters
Yeah.
that they so despise. If you are ready to vote for Avenatti, you are a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
you are what you despise. I'm not saying no.
Un-American.
There you go.
Okay, well, so Friday we'll talk about these things with Gus and Eddie.
It'd be fun to cover some of these. The J Station stuff for sure. I'm sure they're up to date on all that.
So how was my coverage of Corona? Thorough?
It's thorough. It's kind of dark.
Very dark.
And
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like it.
I like it.
I don't like it.
I like
I
it.
don't like it. Well, let's wrap it up then. We'll be back on Friday, guys. I want to go spend some time with Theodore, my son, my one and only son. 8 months old in just about 1 week.
Wow.
Theodore, my one and only son. I can't wait to talk to him. I can't wait for him to start talking.
You got any Theodore updates?
He starts going, da, 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 da. I think he's saying dad. He loves his dad. I don't know
can't
why.
tell if he says dad or like, you know, in Hebrew you say die, like stop.
No, he's not saying die. He
Because then
doesn't
there's
know
like
that.
die, 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 die.
He hasn't heard us saying die enough. He's saying dad. Why does he love his dad so much? I feel like I don't deserve it.
What?
He's always reaching out for me and happy to see me, and it's just crazy. Well, it's crazy that
It's really cool how when he will see us, it's like,
he's stoked.
yeah.
That's awesome.
my throat is itching.
Oh, what the hell? Stop. Oh, that noise is so gross. Stop. What the? Ethan. Why are you doing that? I'm going to mute your fucking mic, dude.
It's funny. I'm scratching my throat. You never done that?
No.
Zach's done that. Right, Zach?
You going to back him up, Zach?
No, honestly, I've never done
Ian?
Ian's
I can't hear him. What's with Ian? He's
Oh,
is
no,
he
no,
even
I
on the
turned
show
my mic
anymore?
off. Don't
it
get
was a
mad at
mistake.
me.
It was a mistake.
Come on, I'm trying to talk
I'm over
here.
it. I'm over it.
Go ahead, Ian.
Wow, you sound like a pig in mud with that noise.
I do, huh? I know of other people that do that.
So used to it.
I guess it's like an allergy thing where your throat gets itchy inside here. So
I don't know why that bothers me. I got to take my headphones off. That really bugs me.
are his headphones off? Dan's such a bitch ass hater.
I hear that.
You should have saw this conversation we had about Yang last night. He was pissing me off. He was talking shit on Yang, and I was like, bro, you don't even know.
I wasn't talking shit.
No, he's
I'm
not.
realistic about his electoral chances.
No, you were saying that anyone who supports Yang is basically a Nazi.
Never said.
Let's wrap it up. We'll be here on Friday. I had a great time here today. And I had a great time here today. What can I say? What else can I say?
It was a good time.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Lots of tragedies.
Yeah, actually.
I don't get it.
Should I not give that chicken to Alfredo? Because I had diarrhea and he had diarrhea. I wonder if it's that chicken. Maybe I'll boil it.
I don't even know. I was talking about tragedy.
Yeah, no, we're wrapping it up. So I'm just talking about. I've moved on. I'm not in the podcast anymore. I'm
Oh, is
moved
the
on.
show?
Yeah, the show's over.
Do you want us to call him out?
Yeah, sure.
Bye,
This
everybody.
is the best way to end.
We'll see you on Friday with Gus and Eddie. Or Saturday. We'll see you Saturday.